to episode 4 of Bibliophiles Audiophiles. This is your host, Lydia.
And it's me, Alyssa.
Why did you have the sound sultry when you said that?
I don't know.
Do you remember when in Ohio and we called James's hotel room and I said my name was Susan and I was very sultry and he actually didn't know that it was me? Does he still know that it wasn't me?
I think we
James,
told him.
if you're listening to this, it was me.
I think we told him.
Because he hung up and called our cell phone and was like, I don't know who I just called. And we were laughing so hard. Anyways, sorry. I don't know if you're going to include this or not.
I forgot we did that. Anyways.
Welcome back to Bibliophiles Audiophiles. This is episode 4. And today we are reading The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston.
We are going to get into this very lovely, lengthy description that I have pulled up. I pulled it up on Storygraph, which probably isn't different than the actual.
I don't know why we keep saying we're reading this on Storygraph as though it's going to be different.
It might be. You never know.
You never know. There might be a typo somewhere.
I don't know why I clapped.
You were just that excited.
I am, though. I've been waiting for this episode, to be honest.
We're giggly. We're in a silly, goofy mood today.
It's late.
It is late.
So, anyways, a delusioned millennial ghostwriter who, quite literally, has some ghost of her own, has to find her way back home in this sparkling adult debut from national best-selling author Ashley Poston. Florence Day is the ghostwriter for one of the most prolific romance authors in the industry, and she has a problem after a terrible breakup. She no longer believes in love. It's as good as dead. When her new editor, a too handsome mountain of a man, won't give her an extension on her book deadline, Florence prepares to kiss her career goodbye. But then she gets a phone call she never wanted to receive, and she must return home for the first time in a decade to help her family bury her beloved father. For years, she runs from the town that never understood her, and even though she misses the sound of a warm southern night and her eccentric, loving family and their funeral parlor, she can't bring herself to stay. Even with her father gone, it feels like nothing in this town has changed and she hates it. Until she finds a ghost standing at the funeral parlor's front door, just as broad and infuriatingly handsome as ever, and he just as confused about why he's there as she is. Romance is certainly dead, but so is her new editor, and his unfinished business will have her second-guessing everything she's ever known about love stories. So that is that.
The blurb.
The very lengthy blurb.
Very lengthy.
That's the first time I've actually read that. I didn't read the blurb.
I haven't read either.
I didn't read the blurb when you recommended this to me. Because you're the one who found it.
I found this one at McKay's in Tennessee, Knoxville. Was it Nashville or Knoxville? One of those. There's one
Nashville.
Nashville.
Knoxville's kind of far from us.
It is a little bit. But yeah, no, I love McKay's.
Me too, and we've only been once.
We've only been once. Obsessed. I was obsessed within the first 10 seconds of walking in.
I can't wait to go back.
I can't wait to go back either. So now I'm going to read the reviews. It is rated a 4.1 on Storygraph. I have not actually scrolled for like a minute looking for reviews for this, and I didn't find one under 3 stars. So if that tells you anything, if you are easily swayed and like to read books based on reviews, here's a 5-star one. Second time reading this book, cried tears of heartbreak, hope, and tears of beautiful memories. When I say Benji and Florence have my heart forever, they have my heart forever. 4 stars, one of my favorite books. 3 stars. This book was enjoyable but not special. I found the start slow, and in general, I love the story of grief and family connections way more compelling than the romance. Some good pop culture references, and the ghostwriter dead theme was great. So that's the only reviews I could find that wasn't the entire book written out again.
Yeah.
Some of these reviews are long.
Longer than the blurb.
Yes. This one says a really cute, light, fluffy read. This book definitely had me smiling, and it was good, but I have to give this book 3.5 stars because it was just that. Good. Not one of my favorites, and not really much special to it. I'm calling cap on that. So.
It's kind of offends me, not gonna lie.
It really is. Like, my heart. Oh my gosh. Anywho, so that was the blurb and some reviews off of Storygraph.
Mm-hmm.
I found this one from McKay's, but I know that it's on Kindle. Not sure about KU. We read the physical book on this one.
I don't think it is.
Okay, I didn't think so. But I love this book. It is actually highly recommended by Ali Hazelwood, which is the author of Love Hypothesis.
I think so. It's on the cover of the book.
I know. I just can't say the word right, but it's recommended by Ali Hazelwood. So
I think
definitely
in the top right corner of the book, it also says like Good Morning America.
Yes.
Book club
Highly
or something, or
recommended.
book something like that. So it's like highly recommended.
I think I actually saw this one on Book Talk before I found it in McKay's, and then I saw it and I was like, yes, because I've seen this book everywhere. But if you've never been to McKay's, you should definitely check it out.
I agree. They have a location in Nashville and they have one in Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. I thought it was Knoxville.
No, it's Chattanooga.
Okay.
Which are both pretty close to us. So
Yeah.
that's
Knoxville
neat.
is far away, isn't it?
I want to say about like 5 hours.
It's a ways away.
It's
My
away.
bad. All right.
But-
Well, we will hop right in then.
Once again, it is time for our content warnings for this book. They include death of a parent, death, grief, bullying, car accident, and murder. Now, back to Bibliophiles Audiophiles.
There's some spoilers coming up, sweetie. You better cover your ears.
All right. Can I start?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm scared.
So, I have a lot of notes, and when I was taking these notes, I was actually physically reading the book and
So,
then
like,
taking the
writing
notes.
as you went.
Pretty much, because with the other books, we'd already previously read them, and we both had read them.
Yeah. Then we like kind of skimmed through.
And like wrote our notes on it.
Yeah.
This, I was like live action, kind of like writing down everything. Now, let me tell you.
Play by
you,
play.
you remember how in Perfect Strangers, in like that one, like that chapter that like absolutely like wrecked you?
29. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll never forget it.
For me, when I got to chapter 8, when it got to the point where Benji dies, I literally, you can see here in all caps, Benji dies. Excuse me? Because that's exactly what I said. Like, I was reading that book and I put it down and I'm like,
Bruh.
are you for serious?
Are you for serious?
like, I was like,
I've met a hot boss and he's perfect for you, but he gets ran over by a car on the sidewalk.
yeah, I was just like,
Bruh.
how dare you?
And yeah, like,
Because,
for
like,
real.
I fell in love with this dude.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even interact with him that much in the beginning of the book. But I fell in love with him. Like, when she said, climb him like a beanstalk, fell.
Dude,
because
I loved that.
I've been there.
love The references that Ashley Poston uses to write.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they are so good.
Yes. Deep voices, love.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
there's just something about them that I just love. We're going to skip that note. But yeah, no. For real, like, I literally, like, I was about to strangle you. And I was
Me?
just like, yeah.
Oh, so like how I felt with Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
You wanted to choke me like I was going to choke you during that
Yes.
one. Yes.
I was just like,
And you know,
then,
I was reading this actually, and I got to that part, and I was like, I can't wait for Liz to read this. I was like, I know you're gonna be mad at me.
oh, yeah.
This was payback for Perfect Strangers.
I will say, though, with the book and the way it happens, which we find out in the blurb, I didn't know that. So, like,
We don't read the blurbs.
no. The dad,
That ruins it.
the dad dying, honestly, a little predictable.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of, like, it just doesn't, like, surprise me. Like, I feel like that's something that you see
Still
in a
sad,
lot of...
but not like, oh my gosh,
absolutely.
wow. Yeah.
Like, absolutely. But it's something you see a lot, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's something that's played out where it's just, I'm not too fazed by it. It's sad, but, you know.
Not super sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Benji?
Benji dying hurt me. I can live without the dad.
I almost cried.
You almost cried?
I almost cried when I saw that
Bruh.
Benji died. Like, I literally, like I said, when I wrote Benji dies, excuse me?
Yeah, it's literally, I can see it. It's literally in caps.
I was just like, I almost cried. Like, the dad didn't get phased. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
Benji, I was just like, how could you? That's what I was so looking forward to talking to you about, because I was just like,
He dies.
but, again, with spoilers, he doesn't actually die.
You're supposed to let them sweat first before you give them the ending.
Well,
I mean, again, only a sociopath would still be here before reading the book.
correct. Anywho,
This was my first romance novel.
was it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird.
I know.
Romance is like my number one.
I am 23 years old, and this was my first romance novel
Wow.
because I have always read fantasy and sci-fi fantasy kind of deal. I didn't read romance because my mom never read romance because she's like, oh, those are weird. So I never read them.
To be fair, a lot of them are like the same and overplayed.
I think that's where I get my idea of if it's a real person on the cover, I won't read it because those are cringy. When
Fair
it's like the
enough.
half-naked dude and the woman in a gown and she's all over him and he's got ripped for days, that's a
Fair
turn
enough.
off. I will never read a book like that.
Fair enough.
I laughed. I almost cried. Even felt hot and bothered. You know, you gotta have both hand in hand. Once or twice. It's not really the smuttiest book.
No.
I think there's only like really one smut scene. So this one was like,
I don't even know if I'd consider it a smut scene.
no, I really wouldn't either. Actually, it was like
Spicy, but not
spicy.
like,
That's the word I was looking
not
for.
like ghost pepper, more like a habanero.
Habanero. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd give that jalapeno, honestly.
No.
But, I mean, it was like a sweet spice kind of deal.
Yeah.
But I actually happy cried at the end, which is surprise, surprise, me crying at the end of a book.
I got so excited. Well, honestly, I don't remember when it was, but there was a part where, like, I had a feeling I knew how it was going to end, but I wasn't 100% sure. Like, I had a feeling. There was, like, a point in the book where he was like, do the other ghosts normally hear, like, other voices? And she was like, no. And I'm like, he's in a coma. And I was like, he's got to be in a coma. Like, there's...
See, I went somewhere different.
I was in, like, denial this whole book.
I thought that was the devil
Oh.
getting his soul. And that was the sound of other lost souls that he was hearing. That's where my mind went. And the whole time, I'm like, please don't send Benji to hell.
No, I was in denial this entire book. Like,
You
I was
probably
just like,
had Perfect Strangers still on the mind.
I might have.
But
But like, I was just so like here I wrote crying because I want Ben and I want him alive. Like
now.
like
You
he
should have
needs-
put now at the end of that
I
sentence.
should have. But I like it's just like I was in such denial because I'm like, I can't believe this man died.
I know.
I'm like, I want
And then they
you to
didn't
be
even
alive.
fall in love until he was a ghost.
Yeah.
You know, I have actually been trying to find more ghost romance books
Really?
since this one because I love that genre now. Like that trope, whatever you call
Yeah.
it. Love it. This book sold me on it.
It was really good. Honestly, I'm very hesitant when it comes to reading new books. Hence why like I've pushed off on reading books. And so when you like highly recommended this, I was just like, I don't know about that, sis. But I read it and I'm really glad I did because I really loved it.
Was that so hard to say?
No.
I probably sound like an emotional wreck so far in this podcast. I'm usually more put together, but I had a baby this past year, and so my emotions, I'm crying a lot. Yeah, on the outside, not even on the inside. But this book, even if I wasn't a hormonal mess right now, I feel like this book would have still hit me in the feels because you almost cried, and you're not hormonal.
I can be. I just, for some reason, I'm not right now.
Yeah, we're not right now, yeah. I mean, we don't truly value what we have until it's gone. And this book
Yeah.
literally made me cry in that sense. Because I'm just like, I never talk to my family as much as I should.
Same.
Especially my dad, because the dad died. I'm really close to my dad. And so
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, the dad died. I need to talk to my dad more.
Yeah, I really like their family. Family.
Did you just say I'm really glad that family died? Because that's what it sounded
I
like.
was trying to say I really liked their family dynamic.
Dynamic, yeah.
That's what I was trying to say, but then the words said, "Nah, let's not fully get out."
The sister's mean.
She is.
She's, I mean, the true Wednesday Addams of that generation. But
Oh,
she
yeah.
was mean.
Yeah.
She didn't have to be that mean.
Fair. But I still like their dynamic. Like, they seem very...
Very happy together.
Yeah.
One question I wanted to ask you, I forgot to write down that I just thought of. Do you hate her name too?
Yes.
Okay, I
my God.
hate the name Florence.
Me too.
I think it's because there's actually a county in Alabama named Florence, and so when I hear Florence, I think white trash.
Oh.
And so I'm just like, I can't. And then they named her Flo, and that just reminded me of Cars because of the lady. Yeah, Flo.
I wasn't a fan of the name, but, like, because it's in, like, first-person perspective,
It really
you don't
wasn't that
really,
bad.
like,
yeah.
hear
It was like me,
So it's not like it's saying like, well, Florence said this and yada yada yada, and then Benji said, and then Florence said, you know, like you're not seeing the name over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again. It's not like it's another character in the book. I did not like the name, but I didn't care enough about it
to change it.
change anything
Yeah,
about
'cause
it.
sometimes I change names in my head.
Me too.
When Florence and Ben met after everything, I was silently screaming, remember?
Oh, yes.
Because I was just like, don't forget. Like, don't, please.
Well, first, when it got to the point when they were at the ridge and he just, like, disappeared,
yes.
I was just like, because like I said, I've been in denial for this whole entire book. I don't know, like, this man has died. There's no way he's died. And when it got to that point where he disappeared, and I'm like, this better not be the point where this man is finally making his peace with his life and he's dying, and that's the reason why he's gone now.
Yeah.
I was so scared.
Those doctors just did a really good job.
Yes. We jump to when he remembers everything, because she says that little key word there, and he's just like, wait a minute.
Something about coffee, wasn't it? Being the go-go juice. I think that's what it was.
Something like that,
Zoomy juice or something?
Zoom juice.
Zoom juice. That's what it was, yeah.
So.
And then he like froze. He's like, what did you say?
Yes.
Why did I sound like?
And then she was like about to leave, and he's just like, wait.
Cinderella moment.
Just like, wait up. And then she actually stopped. And then they said something about like,
do you remember
the chaotic writer and the something publisher or something like that.
Yeah.
Like whatever their little trope thing that they came up with.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh my God, you remember? I'm so sorry I made you wait. And I was just like,
I know my heart. My heart. Happy feels.
I almost cried.
Yeah, I think I did cry actually.
It actually like, this is, I don't know if other people do this. This is really weird. But like when I get really happy reading something like that, I like kick with excitement. So it's just me in my bed.
I shake my hands.
Like I'm like that.
Yes,
I'm like kicking
I shake
and, like
my
all over the
hands.
place. Like I was just so excited with that ending.
Yes, I'll just like ball my fists, for those who can't see. Ball my fists, tuck my elbows, and shake violently. That's my excitement.
Yes, that was me.
But with the feet.
Yeah. Well, both. I did both.
Oh, you did both?
Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, their story is definitely unconventional, but I loved it.
Me
I have
too.
never read a book like this.
Neither have
But I
I.
hope to, actually. I love this, the ghost
Me too.
trope.
Yeah.
Maybe not the struggling actor trope. I'm not. Stop. The struggling writer. I almost said actor again. I don't. That
Author is the word that you're trying to.
Author.
The author.
Author.
Yeah.
Dang, your northern is coming out.
Yeah.
Northern Maine. Yeah, basically it's the perfect mix of like funny, heartfelt, and kind of spooky, because it does have the
Yeah.
not extraterrestrial. That's aliens. Paranormal. That's the word I'm looking for. It has the paranormal.
I'm like, I know what
aspect.
you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend this one.
Me too. I gave it a 5 out of 5.
You know what? Actually, I think I did give it a 5 out of 5. No, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Sis, what you
What's
doing?
wrong with me? Well, hang on. Let me go through my notes. Oh, here it was. The only turnoff was the name Florence. I don't know why, but it was a mood killer for me.
That was enough to knock down a whole star.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
I could have sworn on Storygraph.
Did I rate it on Storygraph?
I think you did.
I don't know why I would knock
The
that down a
Dead
whole point just for
Romance.
the name.
Hang on.
While she's looking, I
See
am
all
a new
activity.
fan of Ashley Poston, because she does write several books, and I do believe that I will read more of her work in the future, and we'll probably even do it here.
Yeah, you didn't rate it, but you did
I
rate
didn't rate
one book on there as
What?
a 5-star.
What was the book that I rated on there?
Blood and Feathers.
Can I see it? Because I don't remember that one. Oh, that's a good book. I think I got that one for free. But yeah, no, that was a good book.
So
Anyways.
are you still a 4-star?
No, I'm gonna have to change it. Give me your pen, man. I'm gonna have to change this to 5.
Good.
I don't know what was.
Because I would have
wrong
fought
with
you
me.
on it.
You would have thrown hands.
You know what it was? I think in our group chat that we have with one of our friends, you did send a picture of the book and you said 5 stars. So that's probably why
That's
I'm thinking
probably
you
what you're
said
thinking
5
of.
stars.
Yeah.
But I definitely give it a 5 out
It's
of 5.
definitely a 5 out of 5.
Book trophy worthy.
Yes. Book trophy
100%.
worthy. You can't have my copy though. Sorry.
That's fine. I've debated buying it, but I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing with Perfect Strangers. I'm
Book
going to
trophy.
wait.
You know what? You need to make an Amazon cart that's just for book trophies.
I have one.
Do you? That's only for
Well,
book trophies?
it's for physical copy book wish list.
I have a physical copy book wish list, and then I have a wish list for KU books that I can read for free once I get KU, because I don't have it still. So once I get it, I can read a bunch of books for free. Some of them are weird. Okay, my sum is happy ending, hopeful, and family.
Had me kicking with excitement.
Like a little girl.
Yeah, for real.
For.
That's my...
This was the candy shop for you.
Yes. Like,
It was really good.
absolutely.
It was really good. All right, I think we will wrap it up here today.
For sure, for sure.
Thank you for tuning in this week on Bibliophiles, Audiophiles. Make sure you email us recommendations or your personal reviews to biblioaudiopod@gmail.com.
Or you can DM those also to our Instagram, which is at biblioaudiopodcast, where you can also find all of our bookish theme posts, upcoming posts of like what we're going to be putting our preview of our episodes. That's probably what I was trying to say, but it just wasn't coming out. So previews of what episodes are coming up.
Yes.
Teasers of the episode that is released, and among other types of posts that we have yet to create. So look out for that.
Thank you for tuning in this week.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.